And we begin with President-elect Donald Trump. His victory tour, his team preferring it be called a thank you tour. And tonight, hundreds of American factory workers are indeed thanking Mr. Trump. The president-elect in Indiana today walking into the Carrier plant that had been set to close and send those jobs to Mexico. Tonight, Carrier says hundreds of those jobs will be saved, not all of them, but a significant victory for so many families in that community. Tonight, what did Mr. Trump offer that company to keep jobs here, and will he offer it to other companies threatening to take jobs overseas? ABC's Tom Llamas traveling with Mr. Trump.
President-elect Donald Trump touching down in Indiana today to deliver an important message in person, telling hundreds of workers at the Carrier factory he just saved their jobs.
People are crying. I mean, they're all crying. They're so happy. They're going to have a great Christmas. That's most important.
The factory becoming a symbol of corporate greed with this video we told you about on World News Tonight in February. The moment executives informed workers they were eliminating 1,400 jobs.
To move production from our facility in Indianapolis to Monterrey, Mexico.
Trump saw it on the news and promised he wouldn't let that happen.
We're not going to let our jobs be taken away.
He says shortly after winning, he called Carrier CEO.
So I called Greg Hayes. I heard of him, but I never met him. And he picked up the phone. Mr. President-elect, sir, how are you? It's wonderful to win. You know, think if I lost, he wouldn't have returned my call.
Today, Carrier announcing it will keep around 1,100 jobs in Indianapolis, but not all of them, largely in return for $7 million in tax incentives facilitated by the state's governor, Vice President-elect Mike Pence. Critics now asking, will Trump go around the country handing out tax breaks to get other companies to stay? Senator Bernie Sanders saying Carrier took Trump hostage and won, adding the president-elect has signaled to every corporation in America that they can threaten to offshore jobs in exchange for business-friendly tax benefits and incentives. Carrier is owned by United Technologies, which has billion-dollar defense contracts with the federal government, which could be another reason they're happy to cut an early deal with the new president. President-elect Trump just wrapped up his announcement here at the Carrier plant. Some of the workers here are celebrating as they leave, but just down this street, a 7-minute drive from here, there's another plant here in Indianapolis that's shipping 350 jobs to Mexico. And at that factory tonight, those workers asking, will Donald Trump save our jobs as well?
I hope he saves every American job. I really do.
Trump wasn't able to save all the jobs at the Carrier plant. 600 are still going to Mexico. And Carrier's parent company is still planning to shutter another Indiana factory and send another 700 jobs across the border. Still, the president-elect says he's just sent a very loud message to companies who want to leave.
There will be consequences, meaning they'll be taxed very heavily at the border. If they want to leave, fire all their people, leave.
And Tom Llamas live in Cincinnati tonight. Donald Trump holding a rally there as well. Already critics of this move, the millions in incentives to keep those jobs here. But no question, Tom, that saving hundreds of jobs is a real victory for Mr. Trump even before he takes office.
David, that event at Carrier giving the president-elect some momentum as he starts his thank you tour tonight in Cincinnati. And Trump has just announced some news. He's going to appoint General James Mattis, the retired General Mad Dog Mattis, to be his Secretary of Defense, saying he's the closest thing we have to General George Patton. David?